we have a guest today. Let's get the proper welcome in and the proper music going. Oh, both my guests are arrived. I see you, Will. Good morning, Will. We'll talk to you in a minute, Will. First up, we're going to speak to Lord Rosca, because, as I was saying in the first hour, lockdown has bred so much creativity and new juices flowing and lots of new work. So we're going to be talking to two people who have created new stuff during this period of lockdown. So who is Lord Rosca?
So, Lord Rosca is my wonderful self. He is a lovely person who likes to do pop rap.
Thank you very much for that, lovely person. So, we're talking creativity in lockdown. Yeah, there's a little feedback on my side, I'm being told. Thank you so much for that, Eric Charming. So, we're talking about creativity in lockdown. Everyone is like glued to their phones or TV screens. Has this been like a perfect time for you to create?
It has, because it's given me a lot of time in my own mind. Obviously being at home, can't go out, so it gives me an opportunity to play around with the piano, an opportunity to write new lyrics, and think of like different scenarios as well, and really think back to past times to create, you know, meaningful things to put together. Hopefully, obviously, be able to hear a lot of that later on this year.
Excellent. So how did the challenge of lockdown motivate you?
It motivated me in the way that I wanted to try and like force myself to do something, because if there was nothing else to do besides to watch The Big Bang Theory, which I do like doing, I made myself be a little bit more creative in my own mind, so it stopped me from going mentally crazy. So I put a lot of that emotion into creating something a little bit better.
How are you making the music? Like, are you singing down the phone? Are you sending stuff via email? Is it through Zoom?
I actually recorded a lot of it using my phone originally, to which then I would luckily was able to email. I did some FaceTiming sessions just so I could get the producers to see if it was actually worth doing, or whether they even liked the sound that I was trying to create. So using that, the feedback was better. Made it a lot easier actually than having to keep going to the studio.
Did you find it challenging working from home? Because I've had to do stuff from home. Like, I do a podcast, I had to make videos, and it's the most miserable thing to do. I think most of them I've been drunk.
I'll be honest, I kind of actually preferred it. I love being in the studio. It can be a great atmosphere. But the fact that you're in the comfort of your own home, and if you've got kind of like a little setup, which I'm quite lucky to have something, it was more chilled out actually. It can be challenging when there's no one there to help you if something goes wrong, but so that can take a little bit longer, and that's the only downside.
I'm having to turn myself off so I haven't got any echo, and I've turned you off now, so don't talk now, Lord Rosca. Tell me about the song that we're going to play for you. We're going to play now. It's called Desire?
Yes, it's called Desire. It was my first ever single. I actually recorded that about a year ago, and I was trying to find the style that I wanted to do, which is more of a pop rap kind of sound, but I wanted to be a little bit different kind of on the market. So that song is really about a desire, about wanting to be with someone, and I wanted to make that more of a emotional kind of club mix at the same time. I think it's quite catchy, but
excellent. We're going to have a little listen in a second. Let me know, where can we find out more? When are we going to hear of discover the music you've created during lockdown?
Well, I've put a taster out already on my Instagram. So we are going to see 2 new tracks coming out in the next 2 months.
Excellent. Where can we find out more about you? Where can we buy this track that we're about to listen to?
You can actually find more about me online. You can see music that I'm posting or going to releasing on Apple Music, Spotify, all the normal channels it's going to be out, and a music video later on after the summer for one of the songs. You'll be able to see everything about me on the internet. Just give me a good Google search and Instagram. If you follow me on there, you'll see everything that I'm planning to do.
And you've probably completely missed the point of the question. Where do we find out more about you? What do we Google? What are we searching?
You can search the names of the song, or you can just search my name, Lord Rosca, and everything will come up.
Excellent. Let's have a little listen to the track. I'm running a tiny bit late with everything I need to do. Let's have a little listen.
And I just can't pretend. I can't pretend that I'm only a friend. You're adrenaline. I might be crazy cause I'm feeling this way, but you know I am here. Every day I keep falling in love. Baby, when it's night, I think about you and me and the way you make me feel night, I want you to be with me, yeah, I'll get down on my knees. If we could fly high, we would burn like with fire. Cause you're my desire, darling. If we could fly up high, we would burn like with fire. Cause you're my desire, darling. Well, I would say I only sleep when your body is on me. Cause you're all that I need. You made me feel like I'm living again. Yeah, I'm afraid you'll play with me.
It's Lord Rosca and Desire. If you like the sound of that, it's the poppy synth kind of track. I wish I could play more, but I'm up against it with the time.
Baby, when it's night.
If you want to get that track, it's called Desire. Have a search Lord Rosca Desire on all the streaming and music purchasing sites.